Hello guys, it's Cara once again here, welcoming you into my channel. Welcome who's new and welcome back to those who have subscribed to me. And sorry, keep moving. This is a video just to update you what's going on my orchids. I have been showing you my house plants, but those orchid lovers might be wanted to see what's going on with those beautiful blooms. Now we are looking at my Phalaenopsis Joy Fairy Tale, and it hasn't given me a lot of bud. They normally the maximum is 3 that opens, not at once but one at a time in just few days in difference with them. But I don't know if you were following my channel. I have ran out as well of an what's this, a fertilizer for the blooms, so that they would produce those buds more. So yeah, so I haven't bought that one, and oh no, I ran out of it, and I have bought it from Amazon. So yeah, so I was late for it, but anyhow, she still look fabulous. The camera is looking down because the orchid is looking down. We are in my dining area, and that's the orchid with that stand, and those are my orchids in this side of the dining room. So that's another bud from the old stock. Sometimes they what's this, turn into yellow, but this time it has produced me one, and I think that would be it, and that would be the last one, and I don't think it would produce anymore. But this one was the newly stock. But so yeah, so that's my orchid. Anyhow, I'm happy as it is. And another orchid of mine is my Phalaenopsis Cinderella japonica, and it has fantastic blooms. It normally again gives me 2 stalks, but then this year it just given me this. But I am happy as a orchid enthusiast, plant enthusiast. What would you ask more? You would want to ask more, but I'm happy as I am given. So yeah, so that's the orchid. I don't know if you have seen this orchid in person. Some people may not like it, but I do. It's maybe so, yeah, it's not quite striking color, but it's something as well. The scent comes along with this orchid, and yeah, it's an hydroponics, and I got a very happy roots there, very thick, and I got new that's a new growth. It's making new shoot of a leaf. This is for the first time now as it's waking up, and there's no stalk. Normally have to, but hey, so as I am a happy mama as well. So that's my flowering orchid. And I'll go to my sunroom, and this one, I don't know why it's yellowing, the blooming thing. So oh good, I just noticed it now. I don't know what happened to this. It seems like it's dying. Got another stalk there. I honestly don't know. And it seems happy. The leaf is happy. And this is just an ordinary orchid. Those are the Doriotonopsis, the sweetheart orchid, and that's another one that's the same orchid. So, and that's another stock. So those are the update of this all. They are in a pot with clay pebbles. And I'll just show you with this. It is what's this, mini mart, and it was supposed to be very happy, and it seems dehydrated. So I have noticed it 2 days ago when I was watering it, and I could see that the roots are not happy. I don't know what happened inside. I think it's the root system. I have to look it up. And I was at work yesterday, so I got no chance. So after this filming, I have to have a look with that one. So I might as well take it away so that I won't forget. So, and then that is a rescue. This is supposed to be a huge one, but yeah, it's growing roots. So those are my orchids, and that's yeah, updates of my orchids. Those are waiting for that to bloom and to, yes, have a spike. And yeah, I'll just pause, and then we can go to my sunroom. Oh guys, before we get out from this dining room, I'll got to show you something. It's my Dendrobium lodigicii, and yeah, so I had this plant for a while. I have repotted it. It was in a basket of what's this, the wood basket, the square one, and I repotted it, and I got a lot of babies with this one. And it is in fact flowering, and that's the bud there. I have broke one bud when I was what's this, watering it, and seems like, I hope that those this orchid is a bit funny. I don't know if you have the same orchid as this one, and makes me laugh because that the bloom got a root in there. Have you seen that there? That just and then that one, I don't know if that's a bloom or a growth. I would hate it if it's a growth. This type of orchid has a great tendency to produce huge amount of KKs. It's unbelievable. It's beyond a joke. It could produce a lot, and sometimes it could be a lot, and sometimes I had enough of it, and I'll just close my eyes and I just say goodbye. So yeah, and it's growing as well. You could probably see those new shoots of new growth, and I really do hope that those new ones are the what's this, a flower. But I don't know if it's quite too late for it now to produce flowers, and I'm just so annoyed at it. I tried my best to hold on to it, not to water during winter time, and just produce me that. It's unbelievable. When I haven't repotted it, it produces me a lot and a lot of blooms, and I said to myself that it's due to for a repot, and I was holding myself not to, but then you know when you keep holding and holding it, and it's still in the back of my head, and in the end I have to repot this one. This is one plant, and I will show you the rest of it. And so yeah, and after some time, after a year, it didn't flower. It took a while. 2 years I think for this guy to flower, and this is my first flower when I have transferred this in here. So all in clay, clay pebbles, clay ceramics, and some pebbles, and yeah, nothing special underneath. That's all. So that's another bloom, and that's the root of it. I don't know why. It's strange, very strange flower plant. And then there's another small tiny bloom, and some another one there. So I really do hope those grow from those nodes will be blooms. So hoping against hope. So there's another one. I don't know if it's a growth until we'll see it, and you can see that they are growing. So I am not feeding this with a growth. I'll have to wait until my blooming buds will show more signs that I confirm that it's a bud or it's a growth. So yeah guys, this is the update of this one, which this plant lives by my window. So we'll go to the other rest of my orchids. So right guys, we are in my grow room, and that's the door that's separate from the kitchen and from the house. This one is nearly finished. This takes a long time. It took a long time for it to fade like that, and I was just so impressed by it. And this is the mother plant for this one. They are all in semi-hydroponics, and it's produced this the baby one have produced flowered for me second. This is the second time. That's the first one it flowered for me, and this mother plant didn't. It's ridiculous. And you know what we can always, and look at the bend I've created, and I've seen there. I hope it will not blooming die, because that's what happened with this new a way back. So I'll put your pan out, and we'll see the rest of my orchids in this side. Those has just been treated with my concoction of trips and things. There's nothing update around them. This is the one that I unboxed with you that I need to repot. This is the was it Rene Marquez? Epicatleya Rene Marquez crossed with Cattleya scleriana. So needs a repot. And this is I got no name for this. I think it's one of the wildcat orchids, and I put pink because I've suspected that this got a fusarium problem. But I'm not worried that they live together with my blooming orchids, and it shouldn't it? I know maybe some of you will just scream at me. And those are this one is Beauty. This is my Brassia spider plant, which is been seriously infected with fusarium, and it has outgrown it, and I'm so happy. Oh, speaking of this, it's a very big plant. This one, when I received it, when did I purchase it? 2016. So when I purchased it, it was a huge plant, and the flower got strikes of some faded redness in it, and I said, good God, it can't be. That was a long time ago when I've seen it. I received it with a flower, and I think it's the first that I ordered, and then I've checked, it was full of fusarium, and informed the seller, and it was whoever his gender is, giving me this, and it was so grateful for the seller's action. And I was still very apprehensive that what if, because when I received this one, the old leaves were covered with a dark spots, and it's not just ordinary dark spots. There's something in it that you could distinctly that there's going something wrong with your plant, and distinct, like it's a disease kind of spot. So I open it up, and voila, it's covered with fusarium as well. And then I cut it, and this is the clean one, and then I got 3. So this one is fully recovered, and the leaves are very clean. There's no spotting or whatsoever. I was just so happy. And if you have followed me before, I have shown you this on my videos, if you could watch it. And the other split of this is producing a spike, but this one hasn't. Maybe it's needed more sunlight, I don't know. And this got no name. This one, I like this orchid. he hasn't flowered me since. This is the name is gone. It's just infested with thrips. This thrips love this blooming thing. You can see the damage of the leaf, and it's just covered with thrips, this one, and I feel so annoyed. Sulcatrum, something like that. So that's that one, and that's a yellow flower, that dendrobium. This, I like this. I haven't flowered for me. Frosty Dawn, yeah, hasn't flowered in semi-hydro. Very happy roots in there. And that's the Bartley one. It's fine. This is the Rescue, and it's still trying to recover, so put them all back. So just an update, just showing you. And this is the Dendrobium lugicii, and I've told you that I have separated them, and some of them I just close my eyes and put in the bin, and these are the rest extra ones. Don't know what to do with it. And this is my Philippinensis. I showed you that there's a very tiny spike there, but those are very slow motion, very slow growing plant. Yeah, and this is my Dendrobium alba. Very tall and never stop growing, even though from winter time. I don't know what's going on, but it just kept growing, as well as that one, and everything in the stock, they're all growing non-stop. So I just let it be. And those are the Cattleya with no ID, and yeah, and this one with that one is just an ordinary dendrobium that I bought in a shop. And this is just a tiny fraction of the flower. Yet last year it was fully covered, but I don't know what to do with this old stock. I don't know if I could just cut it, and I thought that it might produce buds, but I'm not so sure what I'm going to do with it. If this is removed, it probably show a good display, but yeah, I've leave it, don't know. So this one, I've missed the flower of this year, because that is just dead. I showed that to you the last time. The new growth is fully growing, and where is it? And there, and so has lovely roots. So that's Epidendrum floribundum. And this is my Dendrobium anosmum. Oh, this is a Dendrobium anosmum alba, I mean. So they're very tall. It's tall, honestly. And this is Dendrobium anosmum. This is the plant, the mother plant, and this is the separate of it when I repotted it. And it's showering. Oh god, it's producing a lot of buds. I think I have a lot of buds this year, and I'm just so happy. Last year it's only few buds in it, and the scent of this orchid is mesmerizing. I can tell that in this bud they got in this side got two buds in it. I hope that it would just like this. It got 3 of its stalk, which is so pretty. Yeah, so this is the orchid that is very got sentimental memories on me. And the anosmum, I am originated from the Philippines, and we have that one in our mango tree by my house, and every time I see that, it brings me back my childhood memories, and that's why I was into orchids, because of that orchid. So yeah, so that's why I love it. And yeah, it just makes me smile. And you know, I mean, when you were child. And this is the other separated plant of the anosmum, and this is the won't focus, some of the buds there. It's not a lot, but still there is. So yeah, and that's the one. And this is the baptistomia. The mama there has flowered me twice, and this is the baby one. And look at that leaf again, it's been damaged. What blooming trips, I hate those trips really. And I've shown you this, and this is just an ordinary dendrobium that you could buy in a shop. It hasn't given me a lot of flowers. It's received neglect from me, and it's normally given me way a lot than this, but never mind. And this one have decided to shed their leaves just now while it's growing. Don't know what it's doing, so as long as it's happy, it does look happy. I don't think it's yellow. So there you go, it's dropped. It's dropped again. No, it's in my hand. Right, okay, leave it there. So, and those is my Shilop token. It's got so much growth, and I hope it will provide me so much of flowers. You know, I just going to tell you guys, you know, these black bits of this one, and it wasn't the same as with fusarium. Fusarium with the leaves in it, it's different. If anybody have experienced that, you would straight away would determine from the just looking at the leaves. So yeah, I would say that this is not the one, because even the new growth got a lovely green, and that's the only ones there, and become yellow because I before I put them in a very area that's received a lot of sun. And this is my Dendrobium Comet King, is it? Yeah. So this is just few buds that it is giving me, and it's a tiny plant, not really big. And you can tell that another growth there is trying to push out. So, and yeah, from the old cane it flowered. This one that's was last year, so I hope that it would do better. And yeah, so and that one, it's god, what's this plant? Saigo. My Saigo purple, no ID, and that's a new growth. Expect a new a flower stalk. It always provide me new new. If there's a new growth, it would always provide me new I keep saying new flower stalks. So hopefully it will not disappoint me. Right, I'm gonna show you my total neglect. I'm so scared to show you this. And that is my Dendrobium Apelium Primolinum. So that's the one. It's very old plant for me, and I've seen a bud in there that I wanted to show you. It's received a lot of neglect, this plant, and I have really wanted to it hasn't had any disease, you know. It's just that I don't know how to look after a plant, and I with this yeah, I got no time. And yeah, so look at that, it's producing a new bud. It's producing some buds. So I hope it's not a new growth, but it does look like a bud, but cross fingers. Another plant that annoys me because it produces a lot of KKs and the cane, which I really not particularly like. I don't like orchids who does that. So yeah, that's why. But I said to myself, I changed my attitude looking after the plant. So here the other side, they're all asleep now. They are having a rest. This is gone. And this one has not given me new flower this year. It flowered me with about 4, but it hasn't. That is a split from that big massive plant. This is huge. That stalk is already finished. That is finishing, and there's some more at the back. Yeah, some more there at the back. So yeah, she's huge. It's just a shame that she's got no what's this? I'll just move a bit. It's a shame that she's got no scent. And yeah, it's a huge mama. Oh gosh, it's hard. So yeah, it's thinking it's flowering now again, flowering, watering again. It's yeah, so a big plant, that one. And yeah, I was looking for a bigger pot like this is quite a big pot. I'm looking for way bigger plastic one for that to be transferred, because they're growing outside. Look, it's very big plant. I love that plant, but it's just that no what's this, Collagen cristata? Yeah, that's the plant. It's got no scent. This is just an ordinary orchid with a very huge flower stalk. I hope I will not mess it, break it, because that sometimes I do. It's a pink color, I think. I'll just put that because it's tell me what the color is. Fall in touch of pink. Oh, that's a color. So I can't take it off. Look, it's, oh my god. Pulling it, if we pull together with this blooming pot. This is white. It just put down white there so that I know the color. And yeah, that's finished. It's finished flowering, hoping for new shoots, and it will flower again. The Insidium Pigger Carpenter, Ruth Carpenter, it's the other stalk is died, and this is a new one. Is that pretty? She is pretty, isn't she? Pretty lady. I hope that you know, the more of it, and just imagine it's very tall stalk, and then it will go. So yeah, so this one has no ID, and it's growing me that. It's a very slow growing orchid, but every time it grows a new growth, it always has a new flower stalk. That's the great about that one. Those are new sunset. This one, is that the sunset thing? Yeah, I think so. I just repotted it last year. Yeah, Miltonopsis sunset, that's her. And yeah, so I'm quite worried about this, but then when I repotted it, there's no sign of disease in the thing, so God knows what that is. And it's not infecting the rest of the plant. This is my Saigo. I like Saigo. This is Saigo Louisendorf. So that's my Saigo. I got another Saigo. I got 3 Saigo. Putalam. Can't remember where it is now. Is it dead? Oh, can't remember. So this one is, oh my god, what's this name? That's the name. I can't write. I can't read. So Volstick Chiara, probably an old name. Maybe they keep changing those names. So right, so that's all my orchids, guys, and there's a bit more on the other end, but not a lot anymore, so I don't think you want to see that as well. And while you know what, while I'm talking to you, I keep scanning where my other cycle is. I got 3 cycle, I'm sure. My god, where is it? Can't find it. So right, guys, so I'll just leave it as for now. Oh, this is my other one. Oh, what's this? Oh god, I can't remember the name. With Tigriana, something like that. It's there's the name. Stanopia tigriana. So, and it's received a lot of neglect from me. Yes, and it's keep growing and growing, and my god, the neglect that it received from me, I feel sorry for the plant. It's just that you know, like it's yeah, never mind. I don't have to explain myself when you're neglecting a plant. You neglected a plant, you neglected a plant. There's no excuse, and you know, no excuse whatsoever. You should look after your plant. You bought it and hard-earned money. I'm telling off myself. Anyway, guys, before things get too worst, thank you very much for your time, and like and subscribe, and see you again next time. Bye, guys. Bye.